day of the Kippers is nigh. That's right. I hope everybody's going to have a wonderful day today, and any of my fellow members of the tribe. Hope you all have a wonderful time in the coming day as we celebrate the Day of Atonement, the so-called Yom Kippur holiday. And remember that, well, on the Jewish calendar anyway, it was almost just about 2 years ago now. And yeah, in another 6 days on the Gregorian calendar, it'll be 2 years. In the Jewish calendar, it'll still be a few weeks because we still have to get through the Yom Kippur holiday and then the Sukkot holiday, and then after that it's Simchat Torah. So we're in the middle of all these high holidays and such. Anyway, this is around that time and all that stuff happened. It was also 50 years and one day after the launch of the Yom Kippur War, as it were, in 1973, that the horrific events of October 7th, 2023 happened. I want to address something that's related to that, and related to one of the biggest fans and advocates and supporters of Israel that Israel has had in a long time, who unfortunately passed away recently. The well-known American conservative founder of the Turning Point movement organization, Charlie Kirk, who unfortunately had his life cut short by an assassin's bullet a few weeks back in a despicable act of violence at one of his many events where he would speak with students and just, debate them basically in public. He was a firm advocate of Israel, and since his death, many people, including the likes of Candace Owens, a grifter extraordinaire, and a conspiracy theorist grifter, and as well as many other things, basically an anti-Israel, anti-Semitic grifter, just, virulent hatred against Jews. But honestly, it's mostly probably because of the money that she espouses such views, because her large base of followers likes that she does that. Right? Well, anyway, Charlie Kirk was not of that ilk, but she claimed that in his final months of being alive, he was apparently, getting less friendly and less supportive of Israel and all this nonsense. And to counter her claim, a letter was released that he wrote apparently in May to the Prime Minister of Israel, Bibi Netanyahu, in which he laid out very clearly and very wisely, actually, pretty much the same exact media plan and criticisms of the Israeli method of handling media, and you can call it propaganda if you want, but the information war, especially targeting young adults, to make sure that they would know the actual truth of what happens, as opposed to just the lies they hear about Israel on TikTok, etc. And he had actually a very brilliant plan, it must be said, and he made very clear the methods to address the issues, how to make it very clear where Israel stood and why Israel is the obvious better side to advocate for, the side to advocate for in the current information war. And really, sure, can we quibble over some nuances here and there within the plan. Yeah, absolutely. But overall, it was a very well laid out plan, very accurate, and very wise. And I wholeheartedly support it, and pretty much almost completely. Like, there might be a couple of things I would change here and there, but generally speaking, no, that was a great plan. And would that it were that the Israeli government would listen to such advice. I think Israel would be in a much better place in terms of its information war. Not that the information war matters as much as the kinetic war, because obviously it doesn't. I would still rather lose the information war but win the kinetic war when it comes to matters of a war of survival. This isn't some exploratory war, where we're going in some faraway land to invade some country that we have no business being in. This is a war defending our borders and our homes and our people. And so, yeah, there are things that Israel can learn, and I think they could learn a lot from the letter that he penned. But more importantly, that letter disavowed, essentially, disproves all the claims that he was an Israel hater and all this stuff, which he clearly was not. He was one of our best supporters. And I just thought I should mention that. Anyway, I'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. That's it. Peace. Nafalla. בבקשה. בבקשה.